Slamdown is sponsored by Body Slam and Jam and WWE Smack Talk. Welcome to another episode of Slamdown Livestream. We're going to be covering everything about Raw. Again, it was another poor show by Raw. There was a few good highlights, but nothing really that spectacular, to be honest. It was very wishy-washy. They're doing the same thing over and over again, repeating matches, and it's boring me. You know, even Stephanie McMahon said on air that SmackDown is beating us. So you're admitting SmackDown's beating you, but you're not doing anything to be better. Doesn't make sense to me. We saw Mick Foley with his new look, you know, freshly cut hair, his beard trimmed. He also announced that the Kevin Owens show is going to premiere with his guest Goldberg. So, yeah, something a bit different, but okay. We had Seth Rollins taking on Kevin Owens, where the winner of the match will be allowed to be at ringside. Also, they were announced the main event would be Chris Jericho taking on Roman Reigns for the US title, just like there was last week. But anyway, and the stipulation was if Roman Reigns gets disqualified or counted out, he loses the title. Seth Rollins beat Kevin Owens via disqualification, probably about 2 out of 5 star match. We saw Carl Anderson also take on Raw Tag Team Champion Cesaro, which it seems like they're doing the right by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson now. Carl Anderson got the victory over Cesaro thanks to Luke Gallows' help. That was probably about a 3-star match. We saw Braun Strowman taking on Sami Zayn in a last man standing match. I was quite happy with that this rivalry was ending. I quite enjoyed the match, to be honest. It was nice to see Sami Zayn really take it to Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman still got the victory over Sami Zayn. That, for me, was probably about a 4 out of 5 star match, which I rarely give for Raw, so it's definitely worth a watch. After that, we had the New Day coming to the ring, and Titus O'Neil saying that he could be part of the New Day, and It seems like they don't know what they're doing with Titus O'Neil, to be honest. Same with Darren Young. I'd put them two back together and put them back as a tag team, because at the minute they just seem a bit, you know, like creatively they just try and random stuff with them. But we saw him take on Xavier Woods, because he said Xavier Woods was the weakest one in the team. But we saw Xavier Woods get the victory, so 2 out of 5 star match again. We saw Drew taking on Celtic Alexander. 2 out of 5 star again match. We saw Drew get the victory thanks to interference by Tony Nese. We did also see backstage Noam Dar also tried to apologise to him, and then he says you have to apologise to Alicia, and he went, sorry sweet cheeks. Okay. After that we had the match between Roman Reigns and Chris Jericho. Roman Reigns got the victory over Chris Jericho. Ball. I'm sick of it because it's so much repeat in Raw. It's getting a 1 star at best. We saw TJ Perkins taking on the Brian Kendrick for no reason, and Neville was watching the match. Another 3 star because I do like the cruiserweights, but they're being used badly. We saw TJ Perkins getting the victory. After that, we had Rusev and Jinder Mahal taking on Big Kaz. Enzo wasn't able to wrestle because he was injured because of the attack. So we saw Rusev and Jinder Mahal getting the victory over that. It's just wishy-washy to me, boring. Bayley took on Nia Jax and beat Nia Jax to become number 1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. I think this is going to be leading to Charlotte Flair losing the title, but I think it's going to be on a Raw rather than a pay-per-view. We saw the Kevin Owens show, and we saw Goldberg appear on it, throw stuff out of the ring, face-to-face with Kevin Owens. Roman Reigns came down. Goldberg and Roman Reigns got face-to-face. Paul Heyman came down. Braun Strowman got in the ring. Roman Reigns and Goldberg winked at each other and speared Braun Strowman. Now, I would have loved to see Goldberg kick Roman Reigns' ass, to be honest, because I can't stand Roman Reigns. The fans are booing him non-stop. He's not popular. I'm struggling to watch Raw. I'll be completely... I am struggling, but because I have to review it, I've got to watch it. To me, SmackDown is the better product, the better creatively, better as a brand in total. Raw, nah, it really is suffering. I will be doing the TNA show again at some point, but as we know, the UK now it's going to be on the TNA app, so it all depends what happens the 5th of January when I can announce when we do the TNA show, because I think it's going to be on a different day because of the way everything's all changed over. But Raw and SmackDown talk will still be at the same time. We are a bit late today because we've had some few technical issues, but that's everything about Raw. In general, the whole show for me, 2 out of 5, Snorefest. Too many repeated matches, not enough creatively, bad gimmicks. That's about it. So, big thank you to everybody that is watching us on Facebook live stream, and thanks to everybody listening on Mixlr. If you disagree with me, if you have other opinions, or if there's other bits you want me to talk about, please post in the comments. I'll reply to every comment. Or you can tweet us at SlamdownLive. So we'll see you tomorrow with SmackDown Talk at 9 o'clock GMT.